I'm not like, do you have an understanding of, when a realtor sets up a meeting with a past client, right?
Hmm.
I mean, how much does that actually help them in terms of getting new business, like referrals from them? Do you have any idea, like, is that effective for them?
A lot of times.
It does?
Yeah, I mean, maybe one in five.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Usually, like,
Okay.
not like in the shortest time period, it can be like longer time horizons, but
Yeah, yeah.
one in five is possible.
I mean, what kind of meetings would you actually, if you would be a realtor, what kind of meetings would you set up with your past clients? Like I suggested, you could do group meetings. That would be more effective. And it's like the focus is not necessarily just on, hey, let's meet so that I can get more business from you. It's like, hey, let's meet and play golf or something, right? Whatever.
I think right now, like, at this stage, it needs to be one-on-one value.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, so optimize for more responses to conversions, conversations, conversations to booked appointments directly into the calendar, and then a workflow with reminders for both of them.
Yeah. I mean, the annual stuff, it's literally just once a year. Like how impactful is that? I would like to. Isn't it more about like more touch points? The annual stuff is not is kind of negligible, isn't it?
I mean, depends. Annual review, that is like once a year for people who responds.
Mm.
But for people who haven't responded, it's still ongoing multiple times. It still is gonna be once in a year. Like it's not that, hey, we will be doing annual mortgage review today. It's like, hey, you have your mortgage annual review pending. When is a better time to hop on? Next week, hey, Jan, it's been 1 week. Three people have already done it. When are you doing it? 2 months later, Jan, it has been 2 months. I wanted to share this with you. Annual mortgage review. When is it? So for
Hmm.
you specific, until you respond, it is always one.
Yeah. So in terms of the process, like the order of doing things. Um, so Matt has the conversation with the realtor, first conversation. Before that, I guess, yeah, it's not even necessary that we interfere before that because that's already working.
Hmm.
Um, on the call, I mean, we give him a couple of let's say more streamlined options. I guess like as in we first of all we do the copywriting of the messages, right? So
Hmm.
that's there, and then he can show part of it. I would say. And you can just open the screen share on the first call and say, okay, this is how it will look like, so you can get a gist of it, right?
Hmm.
So it's not just talking, I would say. In regards to getting the leads, the spreadsheet. Interesting that they are all running spreadsheets. Is that actually the case? Like most people are running spreadsheets still?
I think so. That's easier actually.
Depends, but yeah. Um, so they are. It seems like they are open. Like the realtors are open to actually already hand that off to him before even like seeing anything, right? Which is interesting because it's sensitive data, right? I would not have thought that.
I'm not sure
Um,
if you have heard the entire thing. I don't think they are like open. They're just not hesitant enough to,
to
get
to
stuck
voice
on.
that.
No,
Yeah.
to get stuck on that. I think they do voice that
Okay.
slightly sometimes. He did say that the recent calls haven't had an issue with that because he's like more prepared for these. There's more reps done.
Mhm.
So it's easier, but yeah, he still thinks that, that's actually one of the biggest reasons why he was not feeling like doing it with us anymore. Because he was feeling like I have to sell something that is not there. Like the thing that you actually shared with me that we don't have anything for
Yeah.
them. You saw on the calls, and I was focused. I thought maybe like Matt was similar to me, like how I would perceive it, but then it does affect. I mean, I understand that it can affect that. Okay, maybe the conviction is not there.
Yeah. So would you say that let's say they get a personalized sample on the first call, and then after the first call, we follow up with pretty much the same, or like slightly more than that, or just slightly tweaked or whatever. Like just to give a scoop of what they can expect, right? Um, and then yeah, I'm not sure. Like, would it be beneficial for us to have a touch point with them, as in like me, for example, calling them or you calling them before call two, or should you have call two first and then I would suggest like call two should be with you for now, at least.
No, no, no.
No?
No. Handover should be with us, like me or someone in the team.
Hmm?
Hand over to onboarding. So on the call too, like Matt will take charge, but then he'll also introduce us so that we can take forward from there. Yeah, so on the by the end of the call, the person who has been introduced will be the one who is going to be in charge of communications back and forth in the future. So, from there you can just transition without Matt's involvement directly, and that can still yield like some really good value. Without that we can track better, we can increase effectiveness
Hmm.
without having them to, do everything on their own.
So you think I should not step in before or after the second call?
Yeah. When he introduces you. So let's say he says that, yeah, we'll be doing this and that. They're like, yeah, okay, cool. Sounds good. Then he's gonna be like, okay, so the next step is like it has to be specified. All right, so to get started, we would like, one referral in the next 4 weeks.
Basically setting them up for the ongoing
Got it.
management, I guess, of the whole thing, right? So they know
Got
that,
it.
okay, it's not just handed to them and they have to take care of it. It's an extra kind of work on their side. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, so you can like that person will say, okay, the next step is this. As soon as the call ends, Matt can just, go into the pipeline, drag and drop to the next stage, and that should trigger a lot of like all the workflows that's needed. They get the videos, they get like maybe like a video with like, okay, what exactly we want from them, what is the time frame. Immediately someone calls them up after like 15, 20 minutes of the call, guides them, hey, this is what, like let's say you are introduced on the call. You can also call them or someone else can call them, hey, I'll be on the back end side as a support with you. Jan will be on the front end side having these calls with you. So we both can be your touch points. Uh,
Mhm.
and then, gradually take them through, okay, you mentioned that tomorrow or day after tomorrow we will schedule a call, so we schedule a call, not just give me in something like that. On that call I want you to, that's going to be the onboarding call. So on the onboarding call I want you to prepare the, like just like how we have those systems, right? So it's going to be an onboarding call where they will bring their own list of leads. We will
Yep.
prepare every single thing for them, and then we prepare the sub account, all the things. We can pretty much like train someone else to do it, so it's like lower our task repetitive.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's
I
it.
mean, for now we just do it. It's fine.
Yeah. Do it and then
Yeah.
find like what exactly are the challenges that we will face, and then SOP them and then give it to someone else.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so pretty much we just need to name, categorize the different stages as which they will receive messages and what type of messages. And yeah, I mean, if you're okay with it, I can already give some, how I would do it, and then you can have a look at it afterwards, so that you don't have to do the whole copywriting yourself. You can also do it, of course, but yeah, it's up to you. I mean, you have a lot of other stuff to do, so
I mean, I would say like first of all, we will write down all the stages, like all mini stages, and what does each stage has to have to make it absolutely optimal.
yeah.